Have you ever been around someone who seems friendly on the surface, but deep down you feel like something just isn't right? Maybe their smile hides a secret, or their words don't quite match the energy they give off. It's a feeling we've all experienced at some point, and it's more than just intuition. It's our mind picking up on subtle signs of hidden hostility. Today, we're going to explore 8 unmistakable signs that someone close to you might actually harbor negative feelings, even if they're trying to hide them. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these red flags and protect yourself from toxic behavior, all while uncovering the truth hidden behind the smiles. Stick around because sign number 8 is the most insidious of all, and it might just make you rethink certain relationships in your life. If you've ever felt that something was off with someone, or you've dealt with toxic people in your life, this video is for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Give this video a thumbs up if you've learned something new today, and share your experiences or thoughts on this topic in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you handle hidden hostility in your own life. Let's dive deeper into these signs together. Have you ever been in a situation where someone was pretending to be friendly, but you couldn't shake the feeling that there was something more beneath the surface? What if you could identify these subtle signs of hostility before they hurt you? It's not always about blatant insults or obvious conflict. Sometimes, people mask their true feelings in ways that are much harder to detect. But if you don't know what to look for, you might miss it and end up being manipulated or hurt by someone you trust. In this video, we'll uncover the signs that will help you recognize when someone harbors negativity, even when they are trying to hide it. So if you don't want to be caught off guard, make sure you stick around until the end. What if ignoring these signs leads you to continue trusting the wrong people? Or worse, allowing them to affect your peace of mind or well-being? We'll show you how to protect yourself and regain control in these types of situations. Let's get started, because understanding these hidden signals is key to building healthier relationships and protecting your emotional space. One of the most subtle yet powerful signs of hidden hostility is sarcasm disguised as humor. This type of behavior is often hard to detect, especially when the person hides behind a just joking defense. These individuals may make sarcastic remarks or engage in ironic humor that targets things you care deeply about, such as your appearance, your interests, or your beliefs. The key to recognizing this behavior is to pay attention to the repetition and the intent behind the remarks. At first glance, these comments might appear as harmless jokes or playful banter. However, when the same topics are repeatedly used for sarcastic humor, it's likely no longer about fun. It's a way of undermining you. The individual might brush off your discomfort, saying things like, "Oh, I was only kidding. Don't take it so seriously," or "You just don't know how to laugh at yourself." This minimizes your feelings and puts you in a position where it becomes difficult to call them out without seeming overly sensitive. The crucial thing to understand is that sarcasm in this context is often rooted in contempt. Carl Jung's theory of the shadow explains that when we cannot accept certain aspects of ourselves, we project these feelings on others, often in a subtle and involuntary way. When someone uses sarcastic humor to mock something about you that they find vulnerable or difficult to accept in themselves, it's an indication that their hidden hostility is being expressed through these jokes. Recognizing this behavior is vital because it shows a lack of respect for you and can seriously impact your self-esteem over time. Another sign that someone close to you may harbor hostile feelings is subtle sabotage. This isn't always an overt attack on your success. Rather, it's the small, seemingly insignificant actions that, over time, can prevent you from achieving your goals. Sabotage can be hard to detect because it often presents itself as innocent mistakes or accidental oversights. For example, a friend or coworker may forget to pass along important information, fail to follow through on promises, or misplace important details that you need to succeed. These actions can be particularly frustrating because they are not always intentional in appearance. They might seem like harmless misunderstandings or honest mistakes. But when these incidents happen repeatedly, especially at crucial moments in your life or career, they become difficult to ignore. If you notice that your success is constantly undermined in this way, it's time to assess whether these accidents are truly random or if they are part of a larger pattern. This type of behavior is often driven by jealousy or insecurity. When someone feels threatened by your growth or success, they may unconsciously try to hinder your progress. According to Jung, individuals who struggle with their own feelings of inadequacy may project these emotions onto others by trying to hold them back. The key here is to observe patterns in these behaviors and reflect on whether the person's actions are genuinely accidental or are a result of a hidden agenda. Recognizing subtle sabotage early on can help you protect your goals and preserve your peace of mind in toxic situations. One of the most insidious signs that someone harbors hostile feelings toward you is silent competition. This type of behavior is often driven by deep-rooted insecurities. People who feel threatened by your success may constantly try to outdo you or divert attention away from your achievements. This silent rivalry can manifest in many subtle ways. For example, every time you share a personal accomplishment, instead of congratulating you, the person might respond by highlighting their own achievements or subtly downplaying yours. For instance, imagine telling a colleague about a promotion you received, and instead of them offering a warm congratulations, they mention how they once had a similar opportunity or how they did something similar, if not better. These types of responses may seem like a coincidence or an innocent way to relate to your success. However, they often stem from a deeper emotional reaction: envy. Silent competition often arises when someone cannot accept your success without feeling the need to compare themselves to you. Jung's concept of the shadow helps to explain this dynamic. When someone feels inferior or inadequate, they may see your success as a direct reflection of their own failures. Instead of celebrating your victory, they feel compelled to minimize it, because doing so helps them cope with their own insecurities. Silent competition is damaging because it can make you feel as though you can never fully enjoy your achievements without the underlying feeling that someone else is trying to one-up you. This behavior can be particularly draining over time, as it creates an environment where you feel your success is constantly being scrutinized, undermined, or overshadowed. Another red flag that someone close to you may harbor hidden hostility is superficial support. At first glance, this person might seem to be there for you when you need them most, offering words of encouragement or advice. However, upon closer examination, you'll realize that their support is hollow. When you share your struggles or triumphs, they might offer responses that feel forced, indifferent, or even dismissive. For example, if you're going through a tough time and seek their support, they may brush off your concerns or downplay your challenges, saying things like, "It's not that bad," or "You'll get over it." This superficial support is a subtle way of expressing disdain without being overtly hostile. The person may act like they care about your problems, but in reality, they do not offer genuine empathy or assistance. When you succeed, they might fake enthusiasm, but fail to acknowledge your achievements meaningfully. Instead of celebrating your success with genuine joy, they may respond with a cold, detached comment like, "Oh, that's nice," or change the subject entirely. What makes this behavior particularly dangerous is its ability to mask hostility while still allowing the person to maintain a facade of support. Over time, you may start to feel as though your successes are undervalued or overlooked by this person. Jung's theory of ego dissociation sheds light on why this happens. People who are emotionally disconnected from others often struggle to express genuine care. This emotional coldness can manifest as a lack of real support, and in some cases, it's an unconscious way of distancing themselves from you because of their own inability to process their emotions or deal with their inner conflicts. Recognizing superficial support allows you to protect yourself from emotional exhaustion and ensure that the people in your life truly have your best interests at heart. A subtle yet harmful sign that someone close to you may harbor negative feelings is when they attempt to control your life under the guise of caring for your well-being. These individuals often disguise their control as loving advice or concern for your decisions, but in reality, their underlying intent is to make you feel dependent on them. They might criticize your choices, offer unsolicited advice, or question your judgment in a way that erodes your self-confidence. For example, you might have someone in your life who constantly tells you what to do, from small decisions like what to wear to larger decisions like career choices or personal relationships. They may say things like, "You should be careful. I know what's best for you," or "I don't think that's a good idea. Let me handle it." While these comments may sound helpful on the surface, the real intent behind them is to keep you under their influence. They may not allow you the space to make your own decisions, constantly undermining your autonomy. This type of control is difficult to recognize at first because it's often framed as genuine concern. However, if you notice that their advice always makes you feel more uncertain or unsure of yourself, rather than empowered and confident, it could be a form of manipulation. Jung's idea of unconscious fears sheds light on this behavior. People who are unable to handle their own emotional chaos may try to exert control over others to feel secure. By dominating your decisions, they avoid confronting their own internal instability. Being aware of this form of manipulation is essential because it allows you to reclaim control over your own life. If you're constantly feeling disempowered after interacting with someone, it's important to question whether their intentions are genuinely supportive or if they're subtly pushing you to doubt yourself. Recognizing control disguised as care helps you build healthier boundaries, ensuring that you surround yourself with people who encourage your independence and growth, rather than stifling it. Another unmistakable sign that someone close to you may have hostile feelings toward you is when they spread criticism or gossip about you behind your back. These individuals rarely express their negative emotions to your face. Instead, they prefer to talk about you to others, often distorting the truth or embellishing certain details to paint you in a negative light. Gossip and criticism serve as powerful tools for them to undermine your reputation and isolate you from others. If you notice that your friends or colleagues begin acting cold toward you or avoiding you without clear reason, it might be because someone has been spreading rumors about you. This gossip often takes the form of exaggerating your flaws, questioning your character, or misrepresenting your actions to others. The more negative attention you receive as a result, the more likely it is that someone is behind the scenes manipulating perceptions. This behavior is particularly insidious because it operates in the shadows, often unnoticed until it's too late. By the time you realize that something has changed, the damage may already be done. People who engage in gossip and criticism may be projecting their own insecurities and feelings of inadequacy onto you. As Carl Jung suggested, the shadow is often reflected in the way we treat others, and those who are unable to confront their own weaknesses may attempt to bring others down to make themselves feel better. The key to dealing with this type of behavior is to trust your instincts. If you notice a sudden shift in how people treat you, especially when there's no clear cause, it's worth examining whether gossip is at play. Protecting your reputation and emotional well-being requires setting boundaries and distancing yourself from individuals who engage in this toxic behavior. Recognizing the signs of criticism and gossip will help you prevent further harm to your personal relationships and keep your energy focused on positive interactions instead of unnecessary drama. A subtle yet telling sign that someone close to you may harbor negative feelings is their inability to rejoice in your successes. People who genuinely care about you will celebrate your victories, no matter how big or small. They will support you through hard times and cheer you on when you reach milestones. However, when someone feels resentment or envy, they may struggle to mask their dissatisfaction when you achieve something significant. If you notice that someone reacts coldly or disinterestedly when you share good news, or if they quickly change the subject to shift focus away from your accomplishment, it could be a sign that they are harboring negative feelings. For instance, if you tell someone about a promotion at work and they respond with, "Well, I've done something similar," or "It's not such a big deal," it's likely that deep down they feel threatened by your success. Rather than congratulating you, they try to minimize your achievement to cope with their own feelings of inadequacy. Jung's psychological theories suggest that the inability to rejoice in others' successes often stems from unresolved internal conflicts. If someone cannot handle their own shortcomings or feels inferior, They may view your accomplishments as a reminder of what they haven't achieved. This envy is not only detrimental to the relationship, but can also cause significant emotional harm if left unchecked. When someone refuses to celebrate your successes, it's a sign that their self-esteem is fragile and that they may struggle with their own feelings of worthiness. Recognizing this behavior is crucial in maintaining a healthy emotional environment. People who cannot be happy for you may need to work through their own insecurities and jealousy. Instead of feeling bad or guilty about your achievements, it's important to stay grounded and not let others' inability to celebrate with you diminish your joy. Surround yourself with people who are genuinely happy for your success, and don't let the negativity of others rob you of the satisfaction that comes from reaching your goals. The final sign that someone close to you may harbor hidden hostility can be found in their nonverbal language and subtle details that reveal more than their words. Often, hostility or resentment is not communicated through direct confrontation, but through small, involuntary actions that are difficult to fake or hide. The body speaks the truth, even when the mind tries to conceal it. These hidden signals can include a glance that quickly shifts away at an inappropriate moment, a forced smile that doesn't reach their eyes, or a sudden change in expression when certain topics are discussed. You might notice that when you talk about your achievements or success, the person's body language becomes stiff or their tone of voice shifts in a way that doesn't match the words they are saying. These subtle cues are not always easy to detect, but they can reveal a lot about a person's true feelings toward you. For example, if someone pretends to be happy for you but avoids eye contact, or if they offer a compliment that feels insincere, they may be harboring some level of hostility or jealousy. These actions are often unconscious, and the person may not even realize that their body is betraying their true emotions. Jung argued that our unconscious mind is the root of many behaviors, and when we try to mask our negative feelings, our body will often reveal them through subtle gestures and expressions. Being able to recognize these hidden signals is an essential skill in understanding the dynamics of your relationships. If you feel discomfort around someone but can't pinpoint why, pay attention to their body language and the small details that seem off. Often, your instincts will guide you toward the truth, even if the person's words or actions are deceptive. Trust your intuition and recognize that the body doesn't lie. In conclusion, recognizing the subtle signs of hidden hostility in those around you can be an invaluable skill in maintaining healthy, balanced relationships. Whether it's through sarcasm disguised as humor, subtle sabotage, silent competition, or nonverbal cues, these signs often point to underlying feelings that can cause emotional strain and tension. By becoming aware of these behaviors, you empower yourself to protect your emotional well-being and navigate relationships more effectively. Remember, it's important to trust your instincts. When someone's words or actions don't align with how they make you feel, it's worth paying attention to the subtle signs that may reveal their true emotions. And most importantly, don't allow anyone to undermine your success, happiness, or sense of self-worth. Surround yourself with people who genuinely support and celebrate you. Thank you for taking this journey with us today. We hope these insights will help you better understand the dynamics of your relationships and protect yourself from hidden negativity. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. See you in the next video.